Good morning, everybody. This is Tracy from BlackberryMama.com, and this is my channel, Blackberry Tracy, here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me, and this is day 14, I think, in Brooklyn Hospital, and very unusual for me to film two videos back to back like I'm doing now. Yesterday I posted Malnourishment in Brooklyn. And the feedback that I've gotten from that video has been mixed. The responses have been mixed responses, and I think I feel some kind of way about it, and I want to talk to you about it. Now, when I came into the hospital, you guys know from my blog and tweets that I came into the hospital because of swollen legs, which turned out that I had blood clots that traveled to my lungs, and I was successfully treated for those blood clots. You guys can pick that up at BlackberryMama.com. But I was still having episodes where I was passing out or losing consciousness, and it was later discovered that I had some narrowing of the carotid arteries feeding the blood and oxygen to my brain. So treatment began with that. In the meantime that I was being treated for that, I'm still tweeting, I'm still blogging, I'm still texting, and YouTubing. And a third condition began to make itself very clear. And that was what I learned yesterday, is that I had indeed officially entered malnourishment, protein and vitamin. Now, the feedback that I've gotten for the video so far has been, I've continued to have, people who are letting me know that they are praying for me, and that I appreciate that. And then there's also, on the other hand, a feeling of that was your own fault. You should have known better. That's the feeling that I'm getting from the malnourishment part. Everything else, the blood clots, the narrowing of my carotid arteries, woo, 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 we're praying for you, let God do the work, and you hang in there. But the malnourishment, that was you. All you. You should have known better. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Now, notoriously, I have been known to misread, people and emotions and situations. So, in the best interest of things, I am always willing to be wrong. But it just brings a very interesting topic to my mind, which is now that I consider myself a part of this weight loss community, there's so many of our faces out there, there's so many of our stories out there, and every last story is important. If you're a de-esser and you are living life successfully with your vitamins and your diet and your exercise and you're parachuting off tall buildings and you're skiing with the children and you're hiking and running and canoeing, and your family looks like the family out of the LL Bean catalog now, that's awesome and that's excellent. Totally excellent. But then there's people like me, de-essers who come out of surgery, who get off of the table, who, for whatever reasons, and I'll name some of whatever reasons those might be, did not have enough information, or the information they had was the wrong information. And I fall in both of those categories. Some of the information I had was wrong, and some of the information I have was incomplete. Okay? I take responsibility for where it needs to be taken responsibility for. Malnourishment is something that is not talked about enough, or at least it wasn't talked about enough when I was going through the steps to surgery. It was more like a whispered thing that could happen, the big bad if, the big bad wolf, and it happened to me. And I put my video out there. I put myself out there because I want help now. I want help because obviously the help that I was getting before was inadequate. So I'm reaching out to veteran de-essers to help me. I've been getting a little judgment. I'm not really feeling that. I don't need judgment at this time. I'm sick. I want to get well. I need help. So this is sort of like a call, a beacon, a Batman signal. I need help. I need help getting back on track. What are you doing to stay in optimum health? And please don't come towards me and act like you got off the surgery table a perfect patient. Everyone learned by trial and error. This is my trial and error. I don't need 2 trials and errors, and I don't need 3. This is my one. I just needed this. So I'm asking for help, not judgment. So you might want to call this a rant. I don't know what I will file this under, but I just had to say that this morning. Thank you.